They called it a family meeting, which is just a polite way of saying everyone showed up ready to spend money that wasn't theirs. 6 p.m. sharp, my mother's dining table, the good plates, the serious faces. My father had printed agendas like we were a board of directors deciding the future of a dying company. My cousins leaned forward with their phones already in hand, not to listen, just to calculate. And I sat at the far end of the table, quiet, holding a thin folder on my lap that could blow the whole room apart. My father cleared his throat the way men do when they're about to feel important. "As you all know," he said, adjusting his glasses, "the monthly distributions from your grandmother's estate have been supporting this family. It's time we formalize how that money is allocated going forward." Everyone nodded, serious, grateful, entitled. They thought the money was inheritance. My grandmother did leave money when she passed, $45,000, total, split cleanly, gone 2 years ago. What they didn't know, what no one at that table knew, was that the $10,000 arriving every month for the past year and a half hadn't come from her. It came from me. From my laptop, from my sleepless nights, from investments I built quietly while they joked about my unstable career. My cousin leaned forward. "So what's the long-term picture? I mean, how big is the estate really?" My father smiled, proud of the math he didn't understand. "Based on the monthly income, we estimate somewhere between 800,000 and $1 million. I almost laughed, almost choked. They had reverse-engineered a fantasy fortune from my bank transfers. Charts came out, plans were made, tuition increases, wedding funds, home repairs. "And you," my father said, finally glancing at me, "we'll keep you at your current monthly amount until you get something more stable." The irony burned my throat. Stable. I watched them divide my money, like a pie baked by a ghost. "Out of curiosity," I said softly, "how is the estate generating that much income?" My mother answered without hesitation. "Your grandmother's advisor set it up before she passed. Very conservative, very smart." There was no advisor. There was just me, moving money from crypto accounts, liquidating stocks, routing transfers through an account with my grandmother's name still on it, so my father wouldn't feel ashamed accepting help from his own child. It started when everything collapsed. My father lost his job. My mother's hours were cut. My cousin maxed out his credit cards. My other cousin was days away from dropping out of school. I offered to help directly. My father refused. "I won't take charity from my child," he said, "especially not from someone who plays around on computers." So I created a lie gentle enough to save their pride. But lies grow teeth. "I've been reviewing some documents," I said, opening my folder. "There may be complications." The room stiffened. "What kind of complications?" my father asked. "Tax ones," I said. "My investment advisor has questions. He wants to speak to whoever manages the estate." Silence. I pulled out my phone before anyone could stop me. "He can join us now." The call connected. A calm, professional face filled the screen. Suit, office, authority. "Good evening," he said. "I'm here to clarify the source of recent financial distributions." My father straightened. My mother folded her hands. And then the truth landed. "The monthly payments," my advisor said, "have been coming from her personal investment accounts." No one breathed. She has personally transferred $10,000 each month for 18 months, totaling $180,000. My cousin whispered, "What?" "There is no remaining estate income," he continued. "The inheritance was distributed years ago." My father's face drained of color. "How?" he asked weakly. "She built it," my advisor said simply. "From 50,000 to over 800,000 through disciplined investing." No one looked at me. Not because they were angry. Because shame has weight. "Why didn't you tell us?" someone asked, voice breaking. "Because you wouldn't have taken it. Because you would have struggled instead. Because you called my success imaginary." But I didn't say that. I wanted to help, I said, without breaking anyone's pride. Then came the part I couldn't avoid. The payments end this month. Panic rippled. Tuition, weddings, mortgages. This isn't punishment, I said. This is reality. I have my own life to build. No one argued. Because for the first time, the numbers were real. The meeting ended quietly. No applause, no plans. Just consequences. Weeks later, I packed boxes in my new home overlooking water I paid for myself. The phone rang. Things are hard, my cousin said, but honest, smaller wedding, real budget. My other cousin took a job instead of chasing prestige. My parents learned to live inside what they earned. And for the first time, they said something I didn't know I needed. We're proud of you. The money stopped flowing. Something better started. They lost an imaginary inheritance. But we gained something real. And for the first time in my life, I wasn't the poorest person at the table. I was just finally seen.